What up, my nerds and nerdettes? This is what I would do if I created Spider-Man 5, and this is which I'm calling Fear of the Kingpin, and this connects to Spider-Man 4, Fear of the Past. Alright, so do we open on Spider-Man again? Except this time, he's more social. We see that he's more social with these guys who are helping him with at least these guys. They're helping him with Spider-Man stuff, and he's kind of just there, like, taking the bad guys in. That's really all Mr. Morales would be doing. That's how he'd be identified. But yeah. And at the end of one of these missions, after taking down, I don't know, the big wheel, we'll just say that, Jefferson tells him that there's going to be a crime ring soon, as some corrupt cops have been revealed, and they're revealed to each be working for 3 different people. And he'd only know their code names, which is what they're known on the street. The Kingpin, Hammerhead, and Tombstone. What is this gonna cause? So Spider-Man, you see, Hobby, Eddie, and Betty would go on, like, some other things. Eddie and Betty would go on a new mission, like, for the Daily Bugle in another place, I don't know, like Africa, to introduce do a news report on a hunter who's been going famous, whose brother was recently taken down by Spider-Man. Craven Hunter. And Hobby is just going on a family trip to go on a business thing for his father's company, which I'm going to be called Prowler Tech. And just kidding. Roxxon. And you'd see Spider-Man on the job would meet 2 other vigilantes, Black Cat and Hammerhead, who would each help Spider-Man take down 2 of the big members of this gang war, Hammerhead and Tombstone. And you see, these guys, they don't know, and so they'd all work together, at least 2 Spider-Man, that's what they think, they're all working together. That'll be laid double on in a little bit. To take down these guys, but you see, they don't know that these 2 are important to their lives, because it would be revealed that Janice, in the second act, in the first part of the second act, Janice would be revealed to be the Beetle, and Black Cat wants to freaking kill Hammerhead, who is Flash's father. Flash is the adoptive son of Hammerhead. Black Cat wants to kill Hammerhead, which was revealed in front of all of them, and Janice would, in that, like, fight against Black Cat, would go into her Beetle suit. So that all happens, and so this would become a, kind of stop thing, where these guys, or at least these guys, have to stop her from killing Hammerhead. And so they'd try to do that, but they'd fail, and Black Cat would shoot Hammerhead, killing him. And this would be not recorded, but Spider-Man would have to relay that information to Carly and Flash. Meanwhile, Beetle went on a separate mission to try to steal a weapon from Tombstone, which was revealed to be this weird goop, which she takes, and then it's revealed that Tombstone is Lonnie Lincoln, the father of Jenny Lincoln. Oh my gosh, so much is happening in this movie. My goodness gracious. Like, this is all happening super duper fast. My golly gosh. So then we get, like, some scenes where Spider-Man and Carly start hanging out. And then Peter would ask her out. That's right. They're gonna be dated. Yeah. And you see, in the funeral of Hammerhead, Jenny and Flash would be the last people there, and they'd start dating. They, like, do something that, like, get some date. And while they, like, do this, the symbiote thing breaks out of his container, and sensing all of the anger in Flash, his adopted father, is now dead. The person who he helped get mental health, and is basically his father, his adoptive father, and the Black Goop would sense that and bond to him. Alright, so these guys would then try to be hunting down Tombstone, but you see, they'd find them, and Flash would follow, because he wants to see what wants to start being on the field, and he'd see Beetle and Spider-Man, he would see Beetle and Spider-Man being absolutely dominated by Tombstone. Like, and then the camera feed of Beetle, Carly would see this and be like, oh my golly gosh, Peter! And you see Flash would hear all this, and he'd sense all this, and instinctively summon a black goop gun, and he'd summon a suit that looks like Spider-Man's, and become Agent Venom! That's right, we ain't getting black suit Spider-Man, we're getting Agent Venom! We ain't getting, screw this, getting onto him. That's been done to death, in my opinion, in these, like, pitches for Spider-Man 4. I feel like that it should go straight to Flash. And so then the final fight would be these three versus him. And there'd be, like, this daughter-father fight thing. And Spider-Man would be threatened by Tombstone. Because, see, Tombstone also does his research, just like Kingpin, which was shown in the post-credit scene of Spider-Man 4. And he would figure out it. But Flash ain't gonna have none of that. And would knock out Tombstone so much that it damages his brain and gives him amnesia. And so, yeah, they defeat Tombstone. And so at, like, Flash's apartment, all these guys, they'd be, like, talking, and then they'd see something on the news. Something about the new mayor of new mayor of New York City. And then we'd zoom in to Fisk, Wilson Fisk. Ladies and gentlemen, for far too long, our city streets have been filled with the vigilantes, including the Daredevil, the Punisher, the Power Man, and especially the Spider-Man, and now even the Hawkeyes. All of them have been trying to defend our city, but have been failing, much like the Tracksuit Mafia. And now is the perfect time. Now I announce that no longer shall these vigilantes be allowed to go into my city and act willingly and stop these crimes without their identities being revealed. And then Kingpin would reveal that he's doing a variant of the Superhuman Registration Act, specifically for New York. He's outlawing vigilantes from New York. Then he'd reveal the first registered hero. Ladies and gentlemen, may I reveal our first registered superhuman. And then we pan to a man with a tail that looks like a scorpion in a green suit. And Mac Gargan would be revealed. Ladies and gentlemen, may I reveal Mac Gargan, the Scorpion. And then we pan back to these guys who turn the TV off and are like, fuck. Then boom, cut to black. But that ain't where it ending. We're getting a post-credit scene. We'd focus on Black Cat on the city rooftops of New York City. She'd be visited by someone and turn around. And we'd see Daredevil. We need to take down the Kingpin. That's right. These guys are returning in Spider-Man 3 of the college trilogy. And peace.